Hello, and welcome to Maury County Now. Maury County Now is a community news show covering the events, ideas, groups, and happenings in and around Maury County. The Mediation Center is a nonprofit located in downtown Columbia, helping mediate disputes as an alternative to the court system. We spoke with Shawn Snyder about the Mediation Center and how they help individuals through troubled times.
Hi, my name is Shawn Snyder. I'm the director of the Mediation Center here in Columbia. Now, when I say that, most people's first question is, what is mediation? And mediation is a type of process known as alternative dispute resolution. And what that basically means is that we are a complement, mediation is a complement to that typical justice system that we have here in America. I really think just about every dispute that occurs is really great for mediation. But where mediation really excels though is when you have a continuing relationship with someone. And you see this most often in employment situations and a lot in family. That's the thing that we see the most, the family. A divorce is a very unfortunate thing that happens all the time. And children being involved in a divorce. Divorce has the potential and unfortunately even the probability to be a very detrimental thing. It'll really harm children's development. And it's a very difficult process. And the way that it is set up, it can be very adversarial. Not many people, in fact, no one is happy to be getting a divorce. It's already by nature, it's a very sad thing. And children can pick up on these emotions. So the faster a divorce can get handled and resolved in a peaceful way, the better it is for that child. So I would really stress to anyone watching this, if you are going through a divorce, if you are separating, perhaps you're not even married and you do have children and you're separating, I would really like to stress that you keep the emotions of your children in the forefront of your mind. You need to focus on what's best for them. And that's something that mediation can really help you out with. If you do choose to do mediation and it doesn't work out for you, that's something we'll determine in a day. And you haven't lost anything. You haven't signed away any rights. You can still go to court and you can still try and handle your dispute in that way. But if you do choose mediation first, we can set it up, we'll see if it works. You have nothing to lose, it's a quick process. We can put the responsibility of your children first, and we can develop a mutually agreeable thing between the two parents to really figure out what is best for our child and how we can do that, and how we can figure out what's best for the child moving forward. So we're right here in the square of downtown Columbia. Our address is 1 Public Square, Suite 10. They can come see us directly. They can call us. Our phone number is 931-840-5583. We can set up an appointment. We can just kind of talk through, and they can see if mediation is something that they need to pursue, and we can give them all the information that they'll require for that. We also have a website. That's www.columbiamediation.org. That's going to provide them with some more information as well. But really the best way to contact us is give us a phone call. It's 931-840-5583. And you'll be able to talk to someone and really get more information and try and see what the next steps are going forward.
An apple a day couldn't keep Adam Southern from infecting us with the history of healthcare in Maury County. Get ready for a trip to the doctor's office on this edition of Historic Maury County.
Hello and welcome to the Maury County Library. I'm Adam Southern, and this is another exciting edition of Historic Maury County. And it's February. You know what that means, right? No, not Valentine's Day. It means this is the anniversary of the Pennsylvania Hospital. And that is actually the oldest hospital in the United States. They were founded February 11th, 1753. That's when they started seeing their patients. And what does that mean for the history of Maury County? Really not a thing. But it got me to thinking about the history of healthcare in Maury County. And it has been a long journey for Maury County. When this county was established in November of 1807, these hospitals that we have the luxury of today, they weren't around. And the early settlers, they were lucky if they had a doctor within several miles of them. And one of the oldest homes here in Columbia is called the Doctor's House. And the Doctor's House, we're not really sure when it was built, but we know that our master builder, Nathan Vaught, he remodeled this house in 1821. So it's very old. We're not really sure when, but it's in the early 1800s. And what makes the doctor's house so important to the history of Maury County is that so many doctors have lived there. We call it the doctor's house because I guess around 9 different doctors have lived in this house. And that's important because when you were sick, you had 1 or 2 options. 1, you could go to the doctor's house to see him. Or 2, you could send for the doctor and hope he made it to you. The Civil War is important to the history of medicine and healthcare in Maury County because when the Civil War broke out, we weren't really on the front lines a whole lot. So they used Columbia as a convalescing center. They would have hospitals. There was a hospital at Andrews School, there was one at the Institute, and there was also one at St. Peter's Episcopal Church on West 7th Street. And the local doctors were tasked with caring for all these wounded patients. But following the Civil War, all these hospitals closed and we went back to the old doctor's system where the doctor had to come see you or you went to see the doctor. And it wasn't until 1901 that we really had our first hospital, and it was the Pillow Infirmary. And that was created by Dr. Pillow. But it wasn't a general hospital, and it was a private infirmary, so you had to be a patient of his to go there. King's Daughters gave Columbia the first general hospital. And you think of King's Daughters today, you really don't think of a general hospital. You think of a school for special needs children. But their first mission in Columbia was that of a general hospital, and it started in 1911. And it had a whopping total of 12 beds. It's amazing that they only had 12 beds, but I guess there really wasn't that much of a need for a hospital. But 1911, a lot of things were taking place then. One of the main things was automobiles. People in the country were no longer secluded to the little country doctor. They could drive to town if they wanted to, and many chose to do so. So over the next several years, you see that King's Daughters made several additions to their building, and they operated until 1953. And in December of 1953, Maury Regional Hospital opens, or Maury County Hospital as it was called then. And it has continued to meet the needs of Maury County ever since. If you're interested in the history of healthcare in Maury County, please visit us at the Maury County Library. We're located at 211 West 8th Street here in Columbia. And you can check out this book, The History of Maury Regional Hospital. Take it home, read it. We also have several reference materials you can use in the house. Be sure to visit us online at maurycountylibrary.org. You can check out audiobooks, search our catalog, use the library from home. Now I want to talk about a couple of my pet projects right now. Be sure to stop by the library while you're here checking out this book. Get a copy of this book, Maury County, A History of Vintage Postcards. And this is $20. Proceeds go to the library. And we're also looking for postcards that aren't included in this book. These are some that we've received thus far, so we're looking for more. If you have any at home, please come see me. This is Adam Southern. I hope you've enjoyed Historic Maury County.
Hi, my name is Lydia Jolly. I am the registered dietitian with the Maury County YMCA. Today we will talk about powering up your breakfast. So ways you can do that would be maybe oatmeal with dried fruit and chopped nuts, or maybe a whole wheat pita with egg and low-fat cheese. You could also do a smoothie. If you don't like eating breakfast, you can drink it and add your favorite fruits and vegetables. Also, don't forget about whole wheat toast with peanut butter and fresh fruit.
Hello Maury County Now viewers. King's Daughters School has opened a new building on its Columbia campus. We spoke with Shawn and Bryant about King's Daughters and its new building, Davis Hall.
The King's Daughters School is a school for children with developmental disabilities. In layman's terms, our students have a diagnosis of mental retardation or autism. We're a residential school, so of the 117 students that we serve, all but 5 of them actually live here with us. We serve children from across the United States and even from foreign countries. The majority of what we do is residential. We serve students who go to school with us and they live here on our campus. But we also have several things that we do for the community that we always like to tell people about. One of the things that we think is really important is that we coordinate early intervention services. So if a family has a child born with a diagnosable syndrome, or if a child starts to fall behind in their milestones, they can be referred to Tennessee's early intervention services. Early intervention services then may contact us, and our teachers can go into the family's home. Students can go to our developmental preschools, and the students are able to work alongside typical peers and catch up in the areas where they're falling behind. We're really proud of this program. It's offered free to families who have children from birth to age 3 who meet the criteria. And one of the things that's most exciting about it is that when students graduate that program, almost half of the students do not need special education services when they go into public schools. They're able to catch up on their milestones and go into public schools. So we're really proud of that program. We're also really proud of the fact that we offer what's called Challenger League. So there are lots of students in Maury County who may have developmental disabilities and don't have a social outlet, or they may have problems playing in a typical rec soccer or basketball league. So we offer that to our community. So parents can contact us and they can have their child be involved in softball or baseball or basketball or volleyball, and some of these are with other children with special needs and some of them are alongside typical peers. So it gives kids in Maury County an outlet to be involved with other students, and it also gives our students at King's Daughters a chance to meet new friends in the community. One of the things that we're most proud about, and one of the newest things that we have, is this building that we're in right now, which we call Davis Hall. It's named after the Davis family, Jack and Clara Davis and Catherine Davis. They were longtime supporters of the school. We had really outgrown our school building and didn't have an office space for our business office. We didn't have a board meeting space, so we were able to purchase this building, which is right across the street from our main educational building. Upstairs we house our business office, we have reception space, we have a board meeting room, and then downstairs we were able to do something that we've dreamed about for a long time. We have a student recreation area. So downstairs we have foosball, and we have all the jukeboxes and different fun things for kids to do. We also have a student workout room that was made available to us by TRH Health Plan. So our students can go downstairs and they can work out and do yoga and also do arts and crafts and pot plants and different things. So they really have their own hangout space. Most students with developmental disabilities are really well served in their public schools, but there's a small segment of students who just can't make it. Some of those students are in state custody and they've been removed from their homes and they need a place to live as well as a place to go to school. And some of those students have really good supportive families, but there's just nothing for them. And then that's where we step in. We're really proud of the services that we provide in this school, but what we always tell parents is one of our biggest benefits is that we are part of Maury County and our students are part of Maury County. Our students go to local restaurants, they go to the local entertainment centers, and they're well accepted. People are very accommodating to our students. If our students with autism need to use picture exchange to order, then people in the community are really good to be able to say, sure, we're gonna help you with that. We're gonna help you order your food using a picture exchange if you're not able to talk. So we're really appreciative of the people in Maury County who make King's Daughters what it is and give the families and the students the opportunity to not only be part of a school, but to be part of a community at large. Well, you can find us on the web. Our website is www.tkds for thekingsdaughterschool.org, or they can always call our main campus. That phone number is 931-388-3810.
Jonathan Hickerson brings us another cutting-edge find this week. We spoke to Tom Ferguson of Furguson Knives about his very special craft for fine details. Here's a sharp tale for this week's segment of Back Road Rambling.
Welcome to another episode of Back Road Ramblin'. I'm your host, Jonathan Hickerson. Today we're at the home of Tom Ferguson, Furguson Knives. Tom uses special wood, makes handmade wooden knives, exact replicas of the real thing. Let's see how he does it.
I've probably been doing these knives and messing around with them for probably 10 or 12 years. I've had a carpenter background all my life, so I'm always fascinated with wood, and so it just gives me something to do. And now that I'm retired, I can carve it, working out some pocket knives. The first time I saw one of these pocket knives, it really fascinated me, because when you open the blade up, it snaps just like a metal knife. And there's no metal in this knife. No metal pins. It is all wood. And the back springs are made out of hickory. The blades are all made out of hickory. And the handles are made out of cedar, poplar, walnut, different types of wood. And the bolsters are made out of just different types of wood. And I try to blend an off color with a dark color with a light color to get the knife to look more unique. I learned this from a guy that lives in Tompkinsville, Kentucky. That's my hometown. That's where I was born and raised at. And Carlos was a cabinet maker for years and done cabinet work. He had an uncle that lived in Illinois that kind of got him onto making these wooden pocket knives, and his uncle told him, said, "Carlos, you'll never get this knife to snap. It'll never snap for you." So Carlos said, "Okay, I'm gonna try it and see." And so Carlos cooked it, made it, and he adapted it and got it to snap, and he went back and told his uncle, "I got this knife to snap." And his uncle said, "Oh, you stole my knife." But anyway, Carlos Ford was a fine gentleman and a friend, and that's where I picked it up at in Kentucky. Well, I put quite a bit of preparation time in it. I have to get the handles all ripped down on a saw, get them a certain thickness, and get my bolsters and my back springs and my blades all ripped to a certain width. So I don't have to do any more sanding on the back springs and the blades when I get ready to put the knife together. It hits the blade and the back springs with a thickness that I want to make the knife to work right. It just fascinates people sometimes when they see them, how well this knife looks and how well it snaps. If you would like to see some of our wooden pocket knives, you can contact us by our phone number, 931-987-0874, or our email address is Jerrylou, JERRYLOU, 5322 att.net. This is my grandson right here, Ty. He is our final inspector on most of these knives. He says whether it'll go or whether it won't, and he's a good inspector. And that's how we look them over, make sure they're right. And if you'd like to contact me by my phone or the email address, or by just some friends that might know who I am on Scott Hollow Road, feel free to come out and visit with us, and we'll show you our display of knives. We have several different knives that I've made that are good looking knives. Have some 1 blades, some 2 blades, some 3 blades, and usually the 1 blade is, I have a price for it, and if I add blades, I raise the price a little bit. So we can talk about that if you want to come out and see what we got, and we'll have some coffee and sit around and look at our knives and see what we got.